All right, we're dialed the hell in. Welcome back, Hack Stab Slash. It's your boy Hacky. If my voice cuts out, I apologize. I've been sick for a year.
For
Justin, how
real.
we doing?
So good. So excited to talk some horror. I'm very excited about this.
What do you get when you boil a bunch of clowns?
I have no clues.
Some laughing stock. That's
Uh,
absolutely
it's
horrible.
oh dear
I love
God.
it. I love
All
it.
right. Our
Welcome back.
two
Welcome
listeners
back.
just definitely signed off.
It's all right. They won't miss us. They're gonna go tell all their friends that dad joke and then come back and rejoin us. Hi, welcome back again.
What is up?
Justin, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? How did we come on it? I don't even remember. I've been dead for a month.
Please don't ever say how we come on it again. How did we get to this? How did we get to this movie? Is I believe what you meant to say. And we picked Clown in a Cornfield. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure who picked this.
It was my pick. No, yeah, it was my pick. You told me to pick something, and I forget the criteria.
What a great
but,
start.
but,
Oh my God.
but this is what we chose.
I don't know all this. That was the worst explanation. Oh my God, I'm dying. All right. Sean Pitt,
All
Clown in
right,
the Cornfield.
all right, dude. So fucking clown in a cornfield, dude. Hack stab slash. This movie is about a clown that's in a cornfield, and there's like a lot of corn. There's a clown, and this might be like more than one clown. I don't know. But that's it. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks for smash that unsubscribe button because I think we've lost everyone.
Yeah, fuck this. All right, let's just get into it, dude. So we see the opening scene of this movie takes us back to 1991. In my opinion, this sets a great tone for the movie. It's a fun party, very slasher-esque type feel right off the bat. And when the clown reveals itself, it kills with like a very fierce power. And I'm like, yes, dude, let's go. I'm so here for this. It uses like a pitchfork and it stabs and it hoists this kid like it's shucking hay. And I'm like, all right, I am here for this violence. I am here for this mayhem. Let's go.
Amazing start. Just especially like that shot of the scarecrow right there. Boom, title card. Let's go.
And then we transition into a father and daughter who are now moving into town, but struggling to find comfort in each other through the loss of a mother and wife. This is a nice way to bring the story up to date, and it helps us get invested into these characters. The banter between them is also nice. We also see like a lot of small town charm shining through when the neighbor shows up and offers to walk Quinn to school. Like a lot of this, it doesn't happen very fast, but there's really not a lot to talk about other than the fact that this dude's name is Rust.
I know I had to check that literally. I was like, wait, Russ? Rust. I'm like, oh
I
no,
thought it
his
was
name
Russ, like with two S's. And then he's like,
same.
nah, Rust.
I had to look it up too. No, I'm
And
like,
I'm
his
like,
name is
holy
actually
fucking redneck.
Rust. For real.
He does seem a little bit awkward, but he does seem like a very nice kid nonetheless. And he walks her, and it's the first day of school, and Quinn gets detention for doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
This
kind of
chick
confused. That's
shows
kind of a
up
shitty.
late, and it's like, I am so sorry. They put the wrong time or schedule on my thing. Teacher's like, I don't give a shit. Detention.
Yeah,
What a
what the
douchebag.
hell? Yeah, I was very confused. I'm like, what the hell? This guy does not pass the vibe
I'm
check here
like,
at all.
I would make this douchebag teacher's life living hell for the way he treats these kids. And I'm
Right?
so glad they do it to him because they stop like I don't know if they're superimposing his face onto these photos or if these are actual dating site photos they found of this man.
Right?
But like I would quit my job and I would move to a town that shucks, potatoes instead of corn and just start
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, there ain't no coming back from that.
But he's just handing out detention. He even threatens to hang one of these kids. I mean, he could lose his job for that, regardless of however he says it. But this detention is a great way to introduce Quinn to like the bad guys club, if you will.
There you go.
And I mean, goals right here, Justin. These kids have
Yep.
their own YouTube channel where they do nothing but turn
Dude,
Friendo the Clown into an
right?
urban legend that murders everyone.
I love it. All like the whole group of friends just makes horror shorts. Like, let's
Yeah,
friggin'
I
go.
know it's a little creepy. We're like 20 years older than those kids, but if they ever want to like share some tips and pointers on how to get 65,000 followers,
Right?
I'm literally all ears.
Seriously,
Please
let's go
enlighten me.
20-year-olds. Please show us the way.
The small town vibes though are flowing hardcore. We get a small town diner. We find out her dad is the now new town doctor. They decide to have a meal with the sheriff, who warns them about the group of kids she's been hanging out with and how they're all bad news. Quinn even like takes off and helps these kids make a YouTube video unknowingly, which is probably the best way to get a reaction,
Oh yeah, real
which
skills.
was
Yep.
so clutch. And we also see some bonding between her and Cole, really adds some spice to this vanilla town, if you will, only to be interrupted when he drops her off by her dad. And at first, I'm like, wow, her dad's a dick. And then I'm like, no, Cole's an absolute dick. Dude opens the door and he's like, "You've been drinking?" And he's like, "Only had two." But realistically, dude, like everyone drinks in high school, so chill the fuck out. And he's like, "Not with my daughter, you don't." Like
Yeah, not
I
really
might
the
have,
smoothest.
yeah, I might have dope slapped this kid into next week. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Like, you
not
didn't even
smooth at
try to
all.
hide it, and you immediately spun the tables like a narcissistic asshole on this dad. The night kind of does end though. Quinn and her dad get into like a little skerfuffle. They have some words back and forth, and the pain in Quinn's voice of her just wanting to be okay, like just wanting to be okay, might be the rawest emotions I've seen in this movie so far. And it is a great emotional like portrayal by the chick Katie Douglas. I said that horribly. It's just not the chick. The actress Katie Douglas who plays Quinn. That was like an absolute shitty way to say that. I am so sorry for
Yeah, that was
making a
right.
mistake.
You know that lead chick, that chick in
Yeah,
the movie, whatever her name
uh,
is. My God.
but as this movie starts flowing on, now shit's gonna start getting real because we see Tucker is wandering around his house and he's sitting there thinking that the group's actually playing a prank on him and setting him up, kind of like they did to Quinn, and they want to set him up for a scare. And Justin, how does this scare take place?
Yeah, it doesn't go too good because you see him like he's looking around the house and everything, and eventually he goes and he gets a Jack in the Box. And I'm just telling, I mean, all the red flags. Jack in the Box always means horror movie to me. Those things are the terrifyingest things ever. Gets a Jack in the Box. Friendo Jack in the Box. Friendo pops up, and guess what? Friendo's there, and he gets sliced up. And just to go a little bit of the backstory. Not sure if
Does
we
he get
mentioned
hack, stab, slashed?
he
That,
gets
that's
hack stab slash bad. So we get our first big kill like that. And Friendo is the clown on the label of the syrup. The town was basically like I believe it was called Bay Pen syrup. They got like the factories and everything there. And Friendo is like the face of the town. So that's kind of just the backstory of who Friendo is. And guess what? It's gonna be Founders Day. This is the 100th Founders Day. This is parade time. This is like the whole entire
be,
town
before you get into
celebrating.
this parade,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but this kill where there's already a plastic tarp and shit laid out,
Yeah.
this kind of started to take me out of the movie.
Okay.
I had such like supernatural presence, like what could be behind Frendo's mask. And then the second I see this is premeditated with a fucking tarp on the ground, my
Yeah.
head instantly goes off and I'm like, all right, Frendo's just a human.
Yeah, I've still, like I said, I'm still like up in the air how I feel about it so far at
Like
this point,
I'm
but
enjoying the movie and I'm still trying to feel it out, but like maybe not make the tarp such a prominent part of that scene.
show it. Yeah. No, I
Because
definitely know what you
at
mean.
that point, dude, like it's just like, all right, this is just a lunatic in a mask.
But then we get some Thanksgiving vibes. If anyone's seen that movie with like the parade, we get
I got that
Founders
written down.
Day
I was like, yep, this reminds me so much of Thanksgiving.
so much with like the teens and everything. I literally was like, yeah, because I'm like, it felt so familiar when I'm watching it. I'm like, why have I seen this before, even though I haven't seen it before? Town's all excited, you know, they're all just getting ready for that. And then we have the one of the friends dipshits on a unicycle ends up dropping a smoke grenade, but just shit goes so wrong because stuff starts catching fire. The giant Friendo thing gets tipped over, falls over, and the teens get blamed. I mean, the shit's on fire, the whole parade is ruined, and they get blamed and they get locked up. They took the shit serious. This friggin' sheriff threw them in the damn slammer. Like,
Did you see who the dad was? Does he
who's
look
the,
familiar?
I don't remember who the dad was.
No, his name is Kevin Duran. And
Okay.
I can't wait to make you watch a Resident Evil movie with him in
Oh dear God. How many of these damn Resident Evil
it.
movies are there? Holy shit.
Not enough. There is not enough.
And one of the crazy inmates right away was like, never mess with Friendo. So it's
You're
just some
all
creepy, like,
dead. I'm like, you fucking
yeah. So, like,
harbinger.
what the hell's going on? He's got like the old man from like Friday the 13th vibes. Like, you're all gonna die. His
He
camp.
reminded me of the guy at the gas station in Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like the Harbinger.
Yeah.
Um, you see basically like this town people, man, they're messed up. Like they end up getting released. She's arguing with her dad and stuff. There's a lot of red flags with these town people. But we cut to another one of the guys, and his name is Matt. And this dude is working out, man. He's getting those sets, and he's
He's
actually
getting his Justin on. Let's
let's
go.
go. Like, dude,
Instead of beer
1%
though,
better.
Justin crushes ghost energies.
Eh,
Let's go.
For real, every single day, 1% better. But unfortunately, this guy kind of loses his head working out because while he is bench pressing, guess who was also there? Friendo's there, and he's not really there to spot him. This dude literally gets friggin' decapitated. Like, I don't know. I love a good workout death scene. I don't know how you feel
Dude,
about those.
this might be my absolute favorite scene in the movie. Just the way he's bench pressing, Frendo shows up with the little hacksaw, cuts his head off. The shit lands in the cooler and shuts. And then
I
I
love
think
it.
Frendo gives like a meep meep and then like
It
waddles away with like a giggle. I'm like,
it
this was
does.
masterfully done. Like,
The
if there is anything worth watching in this movie right now, it's this fucking scene. This scene
Just the
was
only
amazing.
thing that like I did like it, but I've seen the scene in an 80s slasher movie.
Oh yeah, but I thought it was just so rightfully
No, it
done.
was. No, it was still good. It was good. And like I said, later on, like Quinn talks about the party. Well, guess what? She can't go to the party, but what does she do? Like any good teenager, she sneaks out. And we
Nah,
see
Quinn, get
Cole.
your shit together. You're on a rocker relationship with your dad. Like, stop fucking around.
Yeah.
Pretend like you're asleep. Tell Cole you'll see him tomorrow. Just don't answer the text and be like, oh man, I knocked out. Me and my dad had a massive fight. Try being a
Yeah.
good kid for 10 seconds and not go.
Yeah, that doesn't happen at all, Sean, because then we wouldn't have a movie. So, and Cole gives her a friendo Jack in the Box, and they even run into Rust with a deer. And you could tell there's some animosity between Rust and Cole. It's kind of like staring at each other. You kind of get they saw how like they used to be friends, and it just you could tell there's some backstory there. And basically, Rust once again is like, Careful, Quinn," and she's like, "Yeah, okay. Well, it is party time." And the friend group does kind of realize like, "Hey, where's Tucker and Matt?" And they're like, "Oh, they're missing," but they kind of just write it off to like, "Oh, they're probably like gonna play a prank on us or film a horror movie. Like they're probably just like planning something." So, the show must go on. Like two less people for the party, but it's still party time. And Cole and Quinn they sneak off together and they are going at it. And
Brown chicken, brown
right,
cow.
and I was like really confused because they're all going at it. She kind of like flips him over. She's like on top of him and kind of realize he's not really as into it as her. Like he's not really ready to go. And all of a sudden, she like just jumps off him and is like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "I got a lot of my mind. I got a lot of my mind." And
This reminded me of like he's about to confess that he's the killer and shit's about to go like wild. Like
yeah,
he's been faking it until this point, and he's like, "Fuck this, dude! Like I'm just gonna kill you."
I
That's
literally
where my head was at with this.
so my head. So that's funny that you say that. So like he jumps off and he's like really weird and like trying to explain it. And I wrote same thing. I'm like, is Cole gay or is he the killer? That's what I wrote in my notes right
Or
now.
is
I
he a
wrote,
gay killer?
oh, or he
Why
could
does
be
he
the
got to
gay
be just
killer.
one thing, Justin?
I know he can be both. Look, he can be anything he wants to be, okay? But I was just very, very confused because she runs away and then she even argues with the other two girls in the group and kind of like slaps them. And all of a sudden, you see a girl run out from the cornfields and they're like, "Wait, Ginger, what's going on?" And she gets an arrow in the back. Boom, shot out, and they think she died. She falls, and I'm like, "Wait, did she just really die?" But they're like, "Oh, Matt and Tucker, let's go. This is the horror short.
They're
They're
like
filming
poking
this."
this poor girl and stuff and
Yeah,
like laughing about it.
they're like, "Oh, that's awesome! Like that looks so good and everything. That's so cool." And then all of a sudden, there's a head thrown out of the damn cornfield, and still they're like, "Oh, it's Matt." And they're like,
It's a plaster cast of
they're
Matt's
like, "Look at
head,
this
and they
cast." They're
start
like,
throwing it around.
"Yeah," they're like a football. Also, it's a freaking football. They think it's a prop. And then, holy shit, they absolutely realize this is real. And we see Frendo even has a crossbow. And they all run for their life. And Frendo is just shooting so many people. I'll kick it over to you in 1 second before some big reveal happens. But you see Russ jumps back over and he ends up killing Frendo with a hunting rifle. And I'm like, holy shit, it is all over. Frendo is dead. Let's go, Rust. And Sean, is Frendo dead, or what
Dude,
happens from the corn?
did you did you press pause on this movie to see how much time was left right here?
I know, yeah, I
I
was like,
pressed
wait.
pause and I was like, no fucking way, this is almost the end of the movie. And then I saw it was like another 35 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I literally wrote
And
my
then
notes of
like
what?
after he shot Frendo, dude, I'm like, please sit up again and like indulge me in this supernatural experience because I think that's what I want right now in this
Yeah.
movie.
But
Is
what
I want
happens?
Frendo to be a force. And dude, I got pissed at this next scene. As much as like I did enjoy it, I got fucking pissed because just when you think this might be over and then getting ready to pull off the villain's mask, you hear a chainsaw rev in the background and seven more fucking clowns step out of the seven, Justin, seven.
Seven.
They all step out and they start laying siege on the remaining kids. And in the process of trying to escape, we realize Cole isn't one of them. So that theory's out the window. Cole's now back with the group. They're all fighting for their life alongside the rest of the teenagers, just trying to survive. They end up in this shed, and this really brings things into some perspective. Because, I mean, for starters, they're being hunted by killer clowns for the reason of, like, you know, just never fuck with Friendo. And then clearly there's some, like, baby back cornfield romance that happened between Cole and Rust back in the day. And you know, this is so weird because the second they like mention love for each other and like they start fighting, every one of the girls in that shit just goes, "Oh,
That is
makes
pretty funny.
sense now." Yeah,
They're like, oh, okay.
and I was like, "Oh my god, I love this." Even the doc gets trapped in town now by one of the clowns because as he's looking for his daughter, he sees someone broke into his medical practice, and he goes in and they hold him at knife point to try and save one of the clowns that got his hand blown off during the fucking seven clown marching day parade band fucking reveal. And all this is happening while these teenagers are still trying to escape that shed via a drainage ditch, which is full
Hmm.
of just like animal carcasses and shit and blood, and it's nasty. And Russ, dude, takes one for the team and he creates an absolute explosion that distracts everyone. So the rest of these kids can get away, basically sacrificing himself. Bro, my set of notes right now is that Rust might be the most selfless person in this movie. And he did not get enough screen time to shine through.
It's funny. I actually like Rust a lot.
All right. These kids decide that they're going to cut through this cornfield for some help. And the sheriff is actually in the middle of the road. Yes, red flags. And he doesn't fucking believe a word these kids are saying. And in the back of my head, I'm like, rightfully so, man. I'm like, he arrests Cole and leaves. And I'd say, like Justin, do throw all the red flags. But in a small town where the local kids thrive on making friendo killer clown videos for YouTube, it is highly believable and I think almost acceptable that this sheriff shrugs everything off that these kids are doing as a prank because he's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
you filming me? You're gonna put me on your YouTube channel?" Like he's
Right.
still hot and heavy from them fucking up Founders Day parade. Like this is very, and this is actually believable. Small town sheriff just being like, "Nah, I'm taking him to jail. The rest of you guys go home and shut the fuck up and have a good night." And then I'm like, wait, like maybe Cole is in on it. And this is the way they bring him back in. The sheriff grabs him and they're going to go back and put on their friendo costumes and rejoin the rest of the, because obviously there's more than one, right?
Oh yeah, I had some questions about that too. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, but these kids, they go back into the cornfield, which is insane to me. And they make it to the neighbor's house and they find a friendo who appears to be passed out on a lazy boy. Or maybe he's dead. Or maybe he's just passed out. He's passed out, right? No,
Hmm.
I think he might be dead because his face is burnt as fuck and his eye is wide open. And then they chalk it up. They're like, maybe he's just meditating. And I love
That's
this
it.
scene so much because when they're running around the house to look for like a phone to call, they find a phone, they answer the phone, no one's on the other end, so they hang up. And she's like, call 911. And she's like, I can't. I don't know how to use it. It's a fucking rotary phone. I
Old
am
school rotary
literally
phone.
screaming right now at my TV.
That
I am in tears for
that was
some fucking
awesome.
reason. I was like, this is amazing. I
They're
don't know how
just
to
they're
use
just
it.
staring at it like some alien device, like just
But as they're trying to leave the house, we see Janet does get stabbed by Friendo, and he shows again some serious power as he pitchforks her almost to the ceiling. And this whole like after he lays her down, they have a skerfuffle. Quinn actually pulls out the pitchfork and apologizes to Janet when she pulls it out because she knows it's gonna kill her, and uses that to kill the bad friendo that's charging at them.
yep.
And as Friendo hits the ground, Janet just goes, I hate you, Quinn. And the clown goes, yeah, me too. And they
Yeah.
both die. And I was like, this whole house scene is amazing.
That was my favorite part of the movie. That was absolutely amazing. I thought just him saying "me too" is so freaking good.
And then
So
it
good.
just keeps getting better because Quinn is actually getting away. She's got keys now, and she gets into a pickup truck to drive away. And as she starts this truck, dude, she looks down and it's a stick shift. And if you watch like this movie in the beginning,
Mm,
her dad buys her a Jeep to teach her how to drive stick as a bonding moment, but she's too busy fucking around with all these kids that she never gets it. And she just screams, she's like, next time your dad wants to teach you how to drive a fucking stick, you do it. And long story short, dude, the clowns surround the truck. They wind up pulling her out the back, and
yep,
they're
no
bringing
bueno.
her now to one of the plants to like set her up for I think they call it like the final showdown or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. Welcome to the main
Oh,
event.
yeah. I've got they decide to put her in the zone. It's like the friend zone, but with mass killers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we start right now, dude. She starts to wake up, and it is revealed that one of these killers is the fucking sheriff. And it's not just the sheriff, bro. It's the liquor
Nope.
store guy from earlier. It's the
Yep.
waitress who gave them dirty looks. It's the fucking high school
The
teacher.
dude, the teacher.
The
And
whole
like
town is in on it.
and like I said earlier in my notes, I'm like these town people, before I even knew what happened, like in my notes, I wrote these town people are fucked. Like I'm getting crazy vibes.
Like I could get like the whole you know vibes of like, my kid's gonna get sacrificed and there's like
Yeah.
some god in the cornfield or some shit like that, like some sketchy shit. But to have the whole town, every one of these adults that gave them dirty looks is a fucking killer. Why would you even bother to have kids?
Dude, and Cole's dad is like the leader. He's such a piece of crap. Like he goes on his whole entire like reasoning why he basically blames the teens for all the town's issues, for the whole entire image and everything. And dude, he even has Cole tied up. And he's talking about how it's gonna look like a murder and suicide. I'm like, what are you like? You're gonna kill even like a kid?
Yeah,
Like,
he's gonna plant a suicide note on his socials. Like, are you kidding me?
yeah, because like I said, I think he's on like he's being like hung, but he's on like a car right now. They're gonna move the car and it's
No,
literally gonna
he's
freak.
on
What is
like a
it?
stanchion, like a platform, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it
those
is. Like
the things that construction guys use. I can't even think of it right now. But
that's
he's
what it is. Yeah,
standing
yeah,
on
yeah.
that, and Quinn's dad drives in through the wall like 1,000 miles an hour, and this car is like a smidge smaller than what Cole was standing on. So
Yep.
when he parks his car to get out and they start fighting the
That's what it was.
friendos,
The car. That yeah.
Cole is like barely able to stand on his tippy toes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes in crashing, dude, I love how fast like some of the friendos get it, because that liquor store clerk,
Dude.
the squelch he makes when his head gets squished by that beam,
I was just gonna
I
say that
laughed.
dude's head is smashed.
I laughed. I love
And
that.
one of the women, she is impaled. I mean, this dude.
She
I,
deserved it, dude. I could not stand her resting bitch face throughout
I
this
hate
whole
her too.
movie.
Like and like you said, yeah, it just went so chaotic. And like you see, like Quinn is like battling the sheriff. Dude, she takes the cattle prod and cattle prod like the sheriff's like mouth. Like holy shit, like stuffs it in there and it's like
Dude,
electrocuted
some
him.
of these kills in this movie are awesome.
Yeah, like I thought that was like really, really freaking good. And Cole realizes like the friggin' like is the dad side of the fire. He burnt the factory down, and he's about to kill like his own freaking son. And luckily, the dad and Rust, let's go Rust. Rust is back, baby. He runs in there. They both save Cole. Let's freaking go. But
You don't
for,
leave out this "I can't quit you" moment from Brokeback Mountain between
all
the
right,
two of them.
they got to have that.
It is
Let's
very
go.
emotional, and I am so glad that fucking Cole is finally comfortable in it. It took almost getting murdered for
And I
him to
love it
finally
too
come out.
because they have the biggest moment and I mean they start making out Cole and that and my favorite part is Quinn sees it and dude she's like such a confusing night, like to think that she started this night with Cole, like going out with him, like thinking she was gonna get with him to chase with killer clowns. Her dad's there, the townspeople are all dead, and now the guy she's with is making out with Rust. Like
Dude,
I
did
did
you hear
laugh.
the conversation between the two of them? When Cole pulls back initially, he's like, "You can't." He's like, "We almost died, and you still can't come to grips with who you are." And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "You just taste like burnt flesh."
Dude, so fun. No, I did think that was absolutely hilarious. And then, like I said, the four of them now, they're all together. The four of them get into the car and they're getting ready to drive away. But of course, there's a freaking clown. They just end up plowing into that freaking clown, kills it, drives away. Let's freaking go. We see some time's gone by now. We see Glenn is like running for mayor.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
let's freaking go. And we see that the two guys, what do you call it? Cole
Rust and
and
Cole is
Rust.
shaking and baking all over this town.
Yup, let's freaking go. And they're there to say goodbye to Quinn, who's off to college. They even, give her a weapon so she can be safe. And you see her, drives away and even has a little jack in the box and throws the jack in the box out in the air, lands in the street, and she is off to college, and that's a wrap.
That's it. You sure?
Yeah, anything
What
else happen?
happened? What was it like? What happened with the dad? You just gonna
Uh,
let this motherfucker in clown makeup drive away?
hold on, what happened?
Nothing. He
Oh,
literally got in the car to drive away, and that was it.
yeah.
We don't see him get killed. We don't see him get caught. We get nothing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Seriously,
is he still in the town?
right?
Where is this dude?
I,
What the fuck?
no, I don't know. You want to take
Oh,
it away first?
yes. All right. So, as much as this podcast might be a little confusing because it sounds like I hate this movie and then I love this movie and then I hate this movie, that's exactly how I feel. Um, I love the director's line of work. He's got credits on everything from Tucker and Dale to Zombieland. He's also had some stinkers though, like Carrie 2, so we won't talk about that. I had massive hopes for this movie. I love the writer's work as well. I mean, we covered last night at Terrace Lanes, and that instantly became a favorite of mine. This movie had the balls to try and be great, and it could have been. However, it just feels like a run of the mill slasher. Maybe that's just my brain rot taken over from how many rehashings we've seen of this type of film. I mean, The Crazies is a little similar. We get some Thanksgiving vibes as well. I felt some Dark Harvest in this with like a little bit of haunt relating to like that mask room scene where she's walking through. I want to love this movie so much. And instead, Justin, I feel like I just like it. It's not a must watch, but it's not terrible either. I had fun with this, and I do like the cast. I like the cinematography. I like the soundtrack. I like the score. It's enjoyable, but it feels like it's all been done before. I don't mean to sound like I'm trashing this movie because again, like I don't think there's anything wrong with the setting. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way it was shot. I think the acting was phenomenal. I love the kills in this, but I feel like this is a 5.7. I enjoyed it. I just wanted so much more out of this, and I felt like I didn't get it.
Wow. Okay. Um, I don't want to be like kind of like mirror the same shit because, like I said, we don't talk to each other about this. But I wrote this was kind of just fine. Decent teen horror slasher movie, but I'm not gonna lie, this is like kind of forgettable. I watched this two times, which I usually don't, just because I felt like I wanted to like it. I kind of wanted to like it because I
Like I
saw this
love
was
the
direct.
theory, dude. I love
So
what's there.
this is directed by Eli Craig, who did Tucker and Dale, which is like one of my all-time favorites. Dude, the book series was written by friggin' Adam. I don't know how to say his last name. Cesar.
Adam Cesar.
Like, dude, first of all, that dude follows on TikTok. I'm a
I love
giant
his work, dude. And
and him as a person is badass. Like that dude is the real deal. And honestly, first of all, everyone go get this dude's book because every single thing I've heard about the book is it's really,
the
really
book
good.
is phenomenal.
But talking about this movie, all right, what didn't work at all? There was no tension. There was no suspense. I thought Katie Douglas as Quinn was awesome. The rest of the acting was kind of just blah. But nothing felt like the horror lacked so bad. Like even like the horror scenes, just I didn't feel any scared. And then I like questioned, I'm like, wait, maybe it's just like maybe I wasn't the audience, maybe it was for teen slashers, but not even that because I love Goosebumps. I still like that kind of stuff. I still watch that stuff and I still like find myself in the story. I think this was just kind of like a fail. It was so forgettable and so blah. I give this a 5.7.
Oh no shit, huh?
That is insane. That's why when you
Like
said
I want to love
5.7,
this movie so much. Like it is all there, but I
I was
feel
so
like it's just
disappointed.
missing small things to
I
like
was so
really pull me
disappointed.
in.
And
All
like
right.
one of the stuff I read about the book is people said the book had so much more heart. Like you really loved the characters, and they said,
It's sometimes it's so hard to take something that's
yeah,
so good in book form and translate it to the big screen. So I do get that, but
it just felt flat. There was like nothing that like no, there was no scene that I was like, oh, the only my favorite scene was like the when the guy like got killed by the bench press. But I've seen that before too, so I'm just like, shit, dude. I don't know. You got any fun facts?
I do. This is a 5.6 on IMDb, but where I think we've seen this way too many times. So this is definitely a movie that if you're into horror movies and you're not like crazy like I've seen everything out there like me and you, And let's just say, let's set the setting, dude. Senior night, you're hanging out with all your friends, and you want to watch something scary that's new, and you pop this on. I guarantee you, it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like something
And
like
I
that,
think
like a
that
hundred.
speaks volumes to it matching up with a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's like I said. I even wrote like this is like a fine teen horror. Like it's wasn't like I thought it was the worst thing I've ever seen. We got a tagline of "Are you a friend of Friendo?"
Director Eli Craig returns to the slasher genre with this production, making his first traditional horror feature since his 2010 horror comedy debut in Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Absolute masterpiece.
So disappointed in this back. Oh, we got a body count of 17. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this the film is a direct adaptation of Adam Cesar's 2020 Bram Stoker award-winning novel. Cesar makes a cameo appearance as a shopkeeper who sells Quinn a friendo bobblehead in the opening act.
Let's go. We got the I love when band stuff are in there. So we got a type O negative logo was visible on the chalkboard in the classroom scene.
Oh, yeah. The film marked the biggest opening weekend in the history of IFC Entertainment Group, comprising of RLJE Films and Shutter. It grossed 3.6 million across over 2,200 screens, surpassing the previous record of 2.8 million held by the cult classic, even though it's only like 2 years old, Late Night with the Devil.
Hell yeah, let's go. That gym kill was actually a homage to 1981's barbell death of Happy Birthday to Me.
Hell yeah. All right. So, you know how I said I wanted like a supernatural feel?
Yeah.
I really hope they make a second one because the title of the sequel novel, Clown in a Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives, is an intentional homage to the 1986 slasher film Friday the 13th,
Jason
Jason
lives.
Lives. Author Adam Cesar has stated the naming convention was meant to signal the shift towards the supernatural and meta commentary prevalent in that franchise entry. I feel like if we get a little bit of supernatural with Friendo, this could bring this franchise to new heights. And I think that's what I wanted in this movie was a little bit of like, even if the town was fucking nuts and we had all these killers, maybe there's a real friendo behind the scenes that's like making all this shit work. Like, I don't know. I just wanted something more.
Yeah. I got nothing else.
All right. My last one is second 2020 slasher film to feature a teen ensembling cast featuring a town parade gone wrong following Eli Roth
Oh
Thanksgiving in
shit.
2023, both coincidentally filmed by maker Eli, by filmed by a filmmaker named Eli. That
Oh,
is
okay. I
a
was like, who?
multiple.
I
And
was like, oh,
both
who?
gory with a town mascot dressed killer in a targeted teen group. And
Let's
that is all
go.
that I have, Hack Stab Slash. And until next time, when we cover The Whistler.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, Hack Stab Slash. I'm your boy Hacky. This guy right here.
Just Justin had the best day ever.
I'm going to go eat so many cough drops. It's going to be unreal. All right, later.
Peace.